It's review time. Activate beast powers.
Are you ready? Say it's morphing time.
It's review time. Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Book Theater. Jay here with another review. Normally I do these live on Saturday, but YouTube problems, I had to do the tape today. So, a little rundown of what happened in this episode. This is a review for Power Ranger Beast Morphers Season 1, Episode 6. It's titled The Hangar Heist. And what happens is, it starts off with, this is a moral lesson episode, and the moral of this episode is teamwork and team building. So, trusting other people also. So, I had to adjust this because I pointed out in all my Power Ranger, Ninja Steel, and Super Ninja Steel reviews that they ham-fisted those episodes, you know, where they beat the moral lesson over your head. Here, they did not. I think they've done it right. Power Ranger Beast Morphers has found that right balance of giving a moral lesson to the little kids without talking down to them. So, I like that so far. Overall, that's my opinion on that. But we also have a couple other things that went on in this episode. We have, we started off with the core Rangers, you know, Devin, Zoe, and Ravi, along with Ben and Betty, playing with the rockets. You know, they're having some fun outside. It's a nice day, they're having fun. Devin's rocket isn't built right, and Ravi tries to point it out, but Devin is like, dude, I play rocket simulator games, leave me alone, I got this, you know, and it doesn't go right, and he doesn't want to hear that it's his fault or anything. Ben and Betty actually have a mishap, which, you know, was fun. I really like Ben and Betty. One, I like that they are the comic relief duo. They're in the know, whereas, like, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, most of the Saban era, the original Saban era, didn't do that. The Disney era, you know, you had, like, reporters that were trying to find out, you know, Bulk and Skull trying to find out all that stuff. None of them knew who the Rangers were. They were the comic relief, but they never knew. Victor Monty, you know, they never knew. No one knows who the Power Rangers are. But this is the first time we actually had them in the know. We have Ben and Betty not only knowing who the Rangers are, they are actually their friends. And I think that's unique. It's a cool spin on the trope. So, I like that. And I do believe Ben and Betty as brother and sister because the way that the two actors portrayed them. Cosme and Christina, they're really tight. You can see that just from watching them perform. You can see that they have a relationship outside of the show. And you can see that especially like when they're running away from the rocket. They're holding hands, you know. So I really like that. I think it's a really cool, unique relationship to that that trope or that archetype of characters. So, onto the episode though. So the Rangers, we see that from the last episode, the Gigadrone that was captured, Nate has figured out a way to find out when the Gigadrones are going to appear, which is from Go Busters where we get the countdown. A lot of fans have been asking about that. Are we going to get the countdown? It looks like we're going to now. They can figure out when the Gigadrone is going to arrive, and they can count down, which puts the Rangers on a little bit of a time schedule, you know, a time restraint. They have to defeat the Robotron at a certain amount of time, so this way they can fight the Gigadrone. You know, so I like that. I like that little thing that they're doing, and I like that they're going to take that from Go Busters, because it's something I was missing from that made that show a unique. One of the things that made Go Busters so unique, and it's something that's going to make Power Rangers very unique now. And Evox and Scrozzle doesn't want, you know, their secrets to get out, so they send Roxy down, who finds the hangar. And Ben and Betty are, you know, trying to repair their rocket, and they see, Roxy there. Couldn't think of her name, sorry. They see Roxy there, and they call ahead and they let the Rangers know. But Roxy sees them, and, you know, they get blown off with the rocket, which was, again, pretty fun for me. I also like to say, during the rocket thing, in the beginning, Robbie does mention Nasada, which I thought was really cool, a nice throwback to Power Rangers. I just had to say that because, they do have history here, which a lot of people were thinking they were going to discontinue the Power Ranger lore and the Power Ranger history. They are continuing it, so I like that. That's a really nice touch. But Roxy gets her Robotron, they break in, the Rangers come, they morph, they take on, there's a big battle inside, they're held captive, the place is going to blow, and Robbie just tells Devin, trust me, and he throws them out of the room. Devin gets out and is like, why did you do that? I can't help you now, and he was like, you gotta get out and get this Gigadrone out through the hangar bay doors, so Devin goes and does that, he goes and gets his Beast Razor Zord, and he transforms into the battle mode, and he's trying to do it, but the Gigadrone comes down. While this all is going on, we also have Scrazzle, who's doing his little shopping. He's like, Scrazzle's gonna go shopping, and he finds some little things that he's gonna take from Nate's workshop, some of the stuff that Nate brought over from his workshop that he's now storing in the hangar. And we saw that last week, and one of the things he takes is Silver Ranger's helmet. So, is the Silver Ranger going to be evil, or is the Silver Ranger going to be created when... I have a theory about that. I might do a theory video. Alright, so, Nate is going to come... Scrazzle comes, takes the Silver Ranger stuff, and goes away with it. He goes and he leaves. And then we have the Rangers, fighting inside, and we got Devin outside fighting. The Gigadrone comes, and Devin decides, hey look, this guy got this melting thing, let me melt through the door and get the Gigadrone out. This way they can get out, in time. So the Gigadrone's, firing away at them. Roxy had already left, and we have, the doors start to open. Robbie grabs Zoe and tells her jump. They jump out just in time. Their Zords come. They get it. Now, they were in the VR simulator earlier, and Devin couldn't do it because Devin wouldn't trust Robbie, who has experience with this. So now they have to try to do this for real. They really have to try to form this Megazord. It's the first time that they've done it. And Devin resigns to listening to Robbie this time. Instead of firing at the Gigadrones, he decides he's going to put up the shields, which he's surprised works. And they form the Megazord, and they take him out, which was really cool. I love the fighting scenes here. I think that Beast Morphers did something wholly unique with their fighting choreography and the suits and everything like that. And Power Rangers Beast Morphers has that footage to thank for that. But we had a lot of American footage in Beast Morphers, which I really love. All the Zord cockpits where they press in the buttons. I know a lot of people were online on Twitter and stuff saying, does that follow, the Go Busters moment? No, it doesn't. That's all wholly original American footage where they punch in like BX MZ, for Beast X Megazord. Or they'll pull in RZB, which is Racer Zord battle mode, So they do those little things to engage the American side of it. It makes sense why they're pressing these buttons. Because the Japanese ones wouldn't make sense to Americans. So it's really cool that they've done that. I really like this episode though. And my theory is going to be that Nate is going to get captured into the in Scrazzle and Evox's world, and he's going to take the stuff that Scrazzle stole, and he's going to build not only the Silver Ranger, his Beastbot, he's also going to build, and using his own DNA probably, because he's a human in there, and that's why he has human DNA instead of animal, and he's going to probably become the Gold Ranger as well. So he's going to build his own Gold Ranger powers, and he's going to build the Silver Ranger the Silver Beastbot and Silver Ranger in there as well. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think that's very likely to happen too, and it will make a lot of sense with what we've been getting so far. A lot of people are thinking that the Silver is going to be evil to begin with. I don't think that. I don't think he's going to be an evil person. I think it's going to be, Nate is going to be trapped in there, and to get out, he's going to have to build himself powers and a robo buddy. A beast bot, so I think that's how it's going to work. But overall, this is a really solid episode. We got the moral lesson, we got nice action, we got our first Megazord fight, which was the longest time it's ever took for a Megazord fight in American, in Power Rangers history at all to happen. Which, again, Beast Morphers took a long time too. Go Busters took a long time too, so we're using that translation. But we never know what we're going to get with footage-wise, but this kind of makes sense because we have that long period before the toys came out, and the Megazords are still not coming out. Like, the Transforming Megazords aren't coming out. Right now they only have the action figure Megazords, and later on we're going to get the real Megazords. So, yeah, I really like this episode. I thought this was a good episode. I'm giving it 4.25 Power Bolts out of 5. So far, none of these episodes have been below that mark, I think, for me. So, that's a really big leap, big improvement. Ninja Steel, Super Ninja Steel had some very lower episodes from me. But yeah, so I'll see you guys back here next week for episode 7, and maybe episode 8. Do we get that? Don't know how many episodes are going to come out. We know that episode 8 is guaranteed. We don't know about if they're going to take the hiatus after episode 8 or not. I think they are going to do it just because it'll make sense to get the toys out when it comes back in the fall. That's when the Megazords are coming out. That's when they're going to come back out with new episodes. So, yeah, stay tuned right here for Comic Book Theater. Check out comicfrontline.com and, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. May the power protect you.